All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight to another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode as we are getting set for action for race 12 of 33 on the season at the Mid-Ohio Motorsports Park Road Course racing here for the first time this season out of 4 official races on road courses for the Xfinity Series. This should be a lot of fun here today. This is in my home state, so looking to get a win for the first time in my home state in the Xfinity Series. Last season we finished 6th here at Mid-Ohio, so we should have another pretty good run today. Schneider's still looking for his first career road course win, not just in the Xfinity Series, but as well he did not win one in the trucks. They only had one race there. So currently 0 for 5 in the career mode on road courses, but we have finished in the top 12 at least every single one of those races. So here we go. Kyle Larson fan, Snowman Dude 22, Trevor Grimes, Stephen Curry, Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Here we go, doubleheader here tonight. We've got Mid-Ohio, then we've got Michigan coming up after this, so don't go anywhere on the channel. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. On the road to 1,000 subs, on the road to becoming a NASCAR broadcaster here, slowly but surely. Austin Cindric will be starting on the pole here in this race. No surprise, he is the best road course racer in the Xfinity Series field today. Mike Harmon looking like he's going to have a stellar weekend. Oh boy, here we go. CJ McLaughlin starting at the back. It looks like Brandon Brown is struggling, but Brown does have a win this year. He's in the playoffs. 6 different winners so far. Schneider had a come-from-behind win at Charlotte with pit strategy yesterday. We'll see if he can go back-to-back today. Green flags in the air here at Mid-Ohio. Almost tapped the grass, trying to get around both the 36 and the 9. Trying to make up this ground quickly now. Sends it into the second turn underneath Austin Cindric. He went for it all. And now here comes Allgaier to the inside of Cindric as well. Schneider swings low. 3 wide. What a crazy start. Into the opening half a lap, and Schneider gets to the lead from 6th place after just 2 turns. He wanted that clean air heavily. He gets it. Still side-by-side for second, though, between Allgaier and Cindric. And that was huge for Schneider. I don't know how he got through there as quickly as he did, but you could tell middle of turn 1 when he was all over Alex LeVay, he wanted to go and go fast. That was crazy. Patrick Shadley, R6, welcome to the stream as well. Keegan Schneider is going to lead lap 1 here at Mid-Ohio. 20 laps in stage 1, 20 laps in stage 2, 35 will be in the final stage here tonight for the 75-lap race. Man. What aggressive off the... yeah, exactly. Wanted to get out in front. Clean air, track position means so much anytime you go to a road course in any series. NASCAR is no different. He's got former Xfinity Series winner at Mid-Ohio, Justin Allgaier, right behind him. Cindric's back there in 3rd trying to hold it down and see what Allgaier can do. He never made contact with the 7-0 or the 22, and Allgaier is going to make contact with Schneider. Tries to use the bumper and failed right there. Pretty close. Into turn 3, used the bumper on Schneider, but he couldn't move him up out of the way.
Right side.
And the only contact we made was with Alex LeVay. That was back in turn 1 on the restart. Allgaier goes alongside of Schneider again. Schneider locked the tires up a little bit, and Allgaier's going to get to the lead. This time, I thought he was going to be able to clear. He didn't. Schneider, a little bump and run of his own. That time it works. Figured, hey, Allgaier used the bump and run on me. I'll bump and run him out of the way and lead lap 2. Always seem to have very good races here on NASCAR Heat 5, even NASCAR Heat 4, we had a lot of good races at Mid-Ohio. Here comes Allgaier again. Schneider with the block as they roll into turn 2. And this hairpin corner, straight U-turn. Schneider using the curving to turn. As they battle for the lead, Austin Cindric is closing in. side lap him.
Left side.
I overran the corner slightly, and Allgaier's just pressuring that 99 car a ton right now, and he's almost clear, but not quite.
Clear left.
Top 5 are all under a blanket. Schneider qualifying 6th, and tied for his best qualifying run ever in the Xfinity Series. Getting into that session 2 of qualifying, he was actually 9th in session 1, so he picked up the pace a little bit.
Clear left.
Big bounce off the curve, was able to stay in front of Allgaier. He somehow led the first 3 laps.
Left side.
Allgaier beat Schneider back to the gas.
You got room. You're clear there.
Schneider actually kind of beat him to 4th gear still. Hugging that curve. Chase Briscoe, by the way, got around Austin Cindric for 3rd. Briscoe is also a multi-time winner on road courses in the Xfinity Series, and he does have a win here at Mid-Ohio in his career as well.
Left side.
Allgaier again drives it in deep into turn 3. Now he's on the inside into 4.
Stay to your right. You got room. You're
Holds
clear
on. Oh, he goes a little wide. Allgaier back alongside. Narrow portion of the racetrack to go side by side, and Allgaier is going to get out in front. Briscoe almost gets up to 2nd, but not quite. Allgaier was pressuring for so long, it was only a matter of time, it seemed like, before Schneider was going to make a mistake. And Allgaier was going to be able to capitalize and make the move. Looks like Justin Allgaier is going to lead his first lap of the race at the line this time. Schneider's not going anywhere. He's still trying to close. Keep that 7 car to within distance. Good corner in turn 1 that time for Schneider. Allgaier as well, as they both gap. Briscoe, Cindric drags him back there behind him. Allgaier got really loose when he hit that curve the initial time on entry into turn 2. Still got a pretty good jump back into the throttle off corner exit though, and he's slowly kind of pulling away. Extremely hard. He's doing everything he can to just keep up with Justin. He's not really able to do it though, that's the problem. Can't run this car any harder. Allgaier's just finessing his way through the corners. He's probably got a little bit faster of a race car as well to go along with it.
Excellent lap there. Good job.
Yeah, Schneider just ran his fastest lap of the race that time, 123.113. Fastest lap of the weekend. Qualifying, he had a 113.2. By the way, you're going to be seeing a lot of tire smoke today. That's not necessarily because I'm locking the tires up every time. Again, that's just this game. When you're not like locking the tires up, it's causing tire smoke. So don't worry about maybe it burning the tires up too much because that's just not the case. Now that time I locked the tires up. When the car gets loose and it starts to have a little bit of smoke, that's when you know I locked the tires up. And I can assure you right there, that was the case, and then easily it was going to be a pass made for 2nd place. Chase Briscoe's there now. Let's see if he's got anything for Justin Allgaier. Drags him battling still for 4th. Big gap here between 3rd and 4th place on the racetrack. can't seem to get a good grip on the curbing like Briscoe and Allgaier have been able to do in the early going. Schneider was able to lead the first 3 laps despite starting 6th, but now he's back to 3rd. He's kind of settling himself in that position right now. Again, he finished 6th and pretty much ran in the back half of the top 10 for most of the day at Mid-Ohio last season. Definitely wants that win not only in his home state, but to get a win at a racetrack that is a road course where he has not been able to do that between his entire truck and now Xfinity career up to this point. Despite running top 10, I mean, between all 5 of them in his entire career mode, he's finished top 10 all but once. That was a 12th place finish at Watkins Glen because he had damage. Other than that, he was running pretty much 5th to 7th that whole race. Pushing a little bit too hard there in the closing corners, and Briscoe's able to pull away a little bit more. Just those tiny mistakes that you might not see as a mistake, it really does start to cost him a little bit of time. He was using all of this racetrack. Almost kind of looking like Ross Chastain at Coda last week. Using all the curbing, using all the paint and runoff area all the way around this racetrack. Need to win stages, indeed. 6 stage wins on the year for Schneider, 4 race wins. He had only 4 wins all of last season, so 4 in the first 11 races. That is huge for this 99 team. They currently lead Briscoe for the regular season championship by just about 40 points. So he's got a good gap over Briscoe, but obviously if another DNF happens this year or something like that, Schneider's in trouble. He's only DNF'd once this season. That's because he had gotten turned by Josh Bilicki back at Homestead. Other than that, he's had a pretty clean, successful year. He's only got 2 finishes outside the top 10. Got DNF and then an 11th place finish back at Las Vegas. Man, locks the tires up again, going wide into the grass. There's no need to really run the car too hard. I know he wants to catch the top 2. He's got a big gap back to Austin Cindric and Jeremy Clements in 4th and 5th. Cindric Clements, 2 drivers that were so close to beating Schneider at Charlotte last night. Schneider was able to pass Clements there in the final 10 laps, got around Cindric with about 3 to go for the win as well. He overcooked that corner just like he did way back in lap 1. He was trying to gain those spots. He's still staying about 4.5 seconds ahead of Cindric. 6 seconds off the lead already. Allgaier, Briscoe. Look like they've got the 2 best cars early, I should say, in this race entirely. As far as fuel goes, these guys will have to pit before the end of stage 1 anyway. So when you pit if you're Schneider, you kind of want to run this as far as you can. Because remember, there are only 4 sets of tires that we can take throughout the course of the race, and they will be 4 tire stops all day today. I can guarantee you, with the tire wear on this road course, and just in general throughout the course of the race, you don't want to take 2 tires on the road course. You want to take 4. It's going left and right. It's not, I mean, you're going to have equal tire wear on both sides as is for the most part. That's why you're only seeing about a 13% difference between the left sides and the right sides. The left sides are wearing out more than the rights because there are more right-handed turns around Mid-Ohio than left-handed turns, especially the sharper angled corners. So, I mean, yes, he could split the stage in half, but then you're kind of looking at him pitting at the stage break, and that's 2 sets of tires gone in the first 20 laps, so you don't want that. I think ideally what Schneider's kind of hoping for here, take this as long as you can. Obviously, when the tires get to 30% or lower, it's like trying to drive on ice on these road courses. He's going to have to hang on for maybe a couple laps. I don't know if he's going to take it quite to the end of that fuel run. But he's probably looking at staying out during the stage break and only pitting once in the middle of stage 2 anyway, because they're going to have to pit in the middle of that stage also. So why not just not pit at the stage break here? And maybe that's the strategy everybody else has as well. We'll just have to wait and see. His pit crew is very fast, 100 on the accuracy and the speed for this team. They had a 13.3 second pit stop in qualifying, session qualifying. That second session was 10 minutes long. We ran it to the T to try and get the best qualifying effort we could. Again, qualified 6th. Man, Schneider's just pushing tight later into this run. Halfway through stage 1, 10 laps to go. Still caution free so far here today at Mid-Ohio. Last season, we had no more than 2 cautions on any of the 4 road course races all season as far as incident goes. So expect a lot of that on the road courses again today. A lot of long green flag runs in this race. We got a little bit till the next road course race. I believe like 8 races before we go to Road America. That is out to about a 9-second lead over third. 4.5 over Briscoe. Was 3. So Allgaier definitely has the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Somebody can get in front of him on the restart, whether that is with the caution or at the end of the stage, whoever comes first. Wait and see. Clements, by the way, was able to get around Austin Cindric a couple laps ago to move on up to 4th. 30% on that left front. All was tight before. It's about to get loose very, very soon. It's kind of scary to know you only have 4 sets of tires this whole race. 75 laps, 10 laps in, you're burning those tires up quite a bit. You gotta really push this car as far as you can as far as the tire wear goes. I know he's gonna lose time late in the run, but you don't want to get to the end of the race, no tires left, and there's 5-6 laps to go, and you're limping around on a lone left front tire. Especially on a road course, and he's going to cost himself a very good finish there. Knowing Briscoe's in second, has a fast car, good chance Briscoe's going to score a lot of points today. Schneider needs to try and keep up with him so he can stay ahead of him in the regular season standings going into Michigan later tonight. Going forward, obviously. We'll be halfway through the regular season after that Michigan race. Slid around too much so far. Tried to upshift to third. Didn't want to upshift from second gear there initially. Wait and see if Allgaier catches any sort of lap traffic. There is one driver on pit road already. Not sure if that's a scheduled stop or not. A little loose there in those closing corners. Actually, there is some lap traffic just up ahead. Right in front of the second place driver, Chase Briscoe. Schneider wants to try to keep him driving in second gear as much as he can. Clements is slowly closing in on him since those tires have really been wearing out on the 99. Got to drop into second gear in this corner though. Pretty good drive off. Five more laps he can go on fuel. Hold it in third gear. Oh, man, he about spun there. It was a huge elevation change in that corner, right in the middle of it. And, well, this is the point where it's like driving on ice. You really have to ease back into the throttle. DRG, welcome to the stream. He's gone wide in that corner. First since these tires have been extremely worn. And just look at how quick Jeremy Clements was able to close that gap. He's all over the back bumper for Schneider in a battle for third with 7 laps to go in the stage. Again, these guys are about 3 laps short on fuel. And again, the only reason I'm not pitting yet, there is a tire limit that we always have for these Xfinity and truck races. 4 fresh sets, not including the set at the start. Really got to manage these tires here tonight, push them as far as they can. You know, they're extremely worn out right now. Seems like he's having an all right time Downshifting to second gear in turn 2, but man, that middle portion of the racetrack, it has been getting very treacherous already. And now lap traffic is coming up as well. Oh, Clements just piles into the back of the 99, getting into the corner. Schneider was trying to brake early. Clements didn't anticipate it.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
I'm surprised that wasn't more damage than what it was on both race cars, because that was a pretty hard hit. I don't know if Clements locked him up or what it was, but I don't think he did that intentionally. That was a sketchy moment there, trying to get around the lap car on these older tires. Slides up in front of the 89 of Castle. He had him clear. Now Clements runs Castle a little bit wide of his own there with some contact. Kind of drifts off the final corner, stays in front of the lap car of Austin Hill. 6 laps to go in the stage, and he can only go probably 2 more laps on fuel. Still 4th place in the stage. Getting into green flag stops, maybe he gets cycled back ahead of Clements at least. Maybe get back to 3rd. Because once he gets back on fresh tires, we know Schneider has the 3rd fastest car. He's just struggling on very old race tires right now. Down to 12% on that left front. 30% now on the right front, so it's only about to get even worse handling-wise. Where it is right now. Man, up on 2 wheels with the curbing as if the car wasn't loose enough. My goodness. Just absolutely tiptoeing. I mean, it might as well be raining right now with how loose this race car is. Austin Cindric has now closed that gap.
Left side. Watch those tires.
Cindric gets around Schneider.
Left side.
Schneider trying to maybe fight back on him, a little bit of contact. Just trying to run side by side through these tight corners. Schneider stays out another lap, so do some of the other leaders. Oh, wow! Just drifting through turn 1. Harrison Burton, Michael Annette, both for positions right behind him as well.
Right side.
Allgaier to the outside of Burton. Burton puts the bumper to the 99. Schneider drives out of it. Holds clear. A little bit of contact actually hurt the 20 more than it helped him because Annette got alongside, but now Burton beats him into the next corner. Schneider's trying to lock those brakes down, and he just cannot get the car to slow up. Burton's going to get around him. Annette's going to get around him. Down to 2% now off the curbing that time. Schneider better hope he makes it back to pit road. He might have taken it a little too far. He's only got a few more corners to get there.
Right side.
He's going to let Gragson go. Caution's out, and that's actually going to end the stage a little bit early. Justin Allgaier is going to win stage 1, followed by Briscoe, Clements, Cindric, Burton, the top 5, Annette 6, Schneider finishes 7th, Gragson 8th, Hemrick 9th, Herbst rounds out the top 10. Our first caution of the day will end the stage a little bit early at lap number 16. With just 5 to go. I guess it was 4 for race leader Allgaier. Schneider was going to pit that time. Guess he could just pit under the yellow. And not going to repair that 1 second of damage right now as well. Allgaier had a 30-second lead over us. He was probably about a good 4 to 6 seconds ahead of the leaders. And look at that fast pit stop. Schneider wins the race off pit road. Chase Briscoe stays out. Interesting. Green flag back in the air. I think Briscoe might have been on pit road when the caution waved. So he's going to have the track position now on the restart. We know he's faster than the 99.
Still there. Left
A little
side.
bit of contact in turn 1. Schneider gets the drive off. I'm going to assume Briscoe was on pit road when the caution waved. Schneider's going to get to the lead again, but look at Allgaier just muscling to the inside of Briscoe rather as well. trying to get back to second. We saw Allgaier dominate and win stage 1. Christopher Bell, welcome on into the stream. Trevor Grimes, I think. Got the same profile picture. Schneider checking up big time there. Almost like he felt like he was on old tires, even though he's got the fresh Goodyears now. He should be fine. Got 2 drivers out of the race, by the way. Somebody DNF midway through the stage, and then somebody just DNF right there at the end of the stage. That's actually a bonus that Schneider was able to make it to the end of stage 1 on those tires. That's big. Shifting to first gear, kind of held up Allgaier a little bit in that corner, allowed Briscoe to close in on him, and Schneider anticipated him to close quickly because of that, but then beats him back to the gas. Gives him that little bit of separation all the way through turn 1. Allgaier, though, closes quickly into turn 2. Schneider, again, we have already anticipated, has about the 3rd best car on the racetrack. Allgaier looks low, but Schneider beats him back to the gas. Look at Briscoe going wide off turn 2. Gets to the outside of Justin Allgaier. They're side by side into the kink now for 2nd place. Into another hard hairpin-like corner. Look at twists and turns here coming through the carousel. Just trying to hang on the outside right now, and as they run side by side, Schneider gets out to about a 1-second lead quickly. He's also allowing Harrison Burton to close in. DB Forever 85, welcome to the stream. Kidnapped him and took his profile picture. Nice. Schneider was able to fend off Briscoe, but boy, he had to fight him side by side for nearly half a lap. Allowed Schneider to get out to a 2.5-second lead, but we know that 7 car is quick. Saw Schneider lead the first 3 laps of the race before Allgaier and Briscoe kind of took off. We know they're faster. We don't know about Harrison Burton. First, he's been up as this high in the running order in 4th. Allgaier is caught up, took him about an extra, maybe 2 laps roughly to get back to Schneider, but he is there now, and Briscoe kind of followed him as well. He was also within a second of the race lead. Harrison Burton still equaling about 2.5 seconds back. He's back in dirty air versus Schneider's in clean air.
Left side.
Seen Allgaier be aggressive. He used the bumper
Right side.
earlier on Schneider in turn 3. That time he tries to get around and clean, not going to do it. Get alongside of him that time. Briscoe almost slipped on by the 7 again. Allgaier's got to be careful when he pulls out to make the move, because if he misses like he did there, we saw Briscoe get alongside of him once after he missed earlier off turn 2. Allgaier fended him off, but again, it took him about a half a lap to do it, and it cost him nearly 2 laps to catch back up to the back bumper and try it again on Schneider. Now he's going to try to set him up. He's going to go a lot wider, zigzagging down to the bottom. He about turns him. Schneider holds on to the lead. Now trying to block down the main front stretch into turn 1.
Right side, clear right.
That was a big bounce off the curb by the 99. Allgaier's going to get by. That curb just shot the 99 car wide. It's not like he missed the corner or overran it. He does send it, though, into turn 2, back to the inside of Allgaier. And he's still side by side. Drag race.
Still there.
Schneider's going to win the drag race. Oh, risky block. He wasn't clear. And now here comes Briscoe. That just killed the momentum of the 7 of Allgaier. And Schneider's going to overrun, and he's going to go wide into the grass in turn 3. Allgaier and Briscoe are now side by side for the lead as Briscoe got to the inside of Allgaier. And here comes Harrison Burton as well. Man. Again, track position lost. On another mistake here by Schneider. I haven't seen him really make mistakes last year on any of these road courses outside of Watkins Glen in a restart when he ran in the back of, I believe it was Timmy Hill. Gave him a huge off course. That's just unlike me in general. NASCAR Heat 5 doesn't matter whether it's career mode or not. How bad having a handling car, you can usually drive out of it. Excuse me, too. I forgot we won at the Charlotte Roval last season in the Xfinity Series. We're not over 5. I forgot we led every lap in that final stage. I guess that was our first road course win. I forgot about that race. Regular season, we did not win last season. 6th, 9th, and 12th. 3 races. I completely forgot about winning Roval. Drives it deep. Oh, he doors the 20. That's not going to be a clean pass on Burton. He's still one side of him. Now he completes the race. He's back to 3rd.
Right side, you got room.
He almost got back underneath him again. This battle's not done yet either. It's allowing guys like Michael Annette and Jeremy Clemens to close in. 5th and 6th. It's a heavy battle for 3rd going on. Still got 15 laps to go yet in stage 2. Maybe Briscoe and Allgaier can get side by side again. Briscoe's just had a hard time when he does have the opportunities to get alongside Allgaier. He can't complete the pass. And you wonder if Briscoe has the clean air, if he can maybe, I don't know, hold on, but maybe drive away from the 7. Allgaier had that track position in stage 1. He got to the lead first. Took off and led the final 17 laps of the stage. Could be the same thing here in stage 2 as well. Saw Schneider lead for about the first 4 or 5 laps, and then took it back away from him again. And I don't know if it's going to be a late race restart or what it's going to take for Schneider to get out in front of the 7 and stay out in front, but he's got to find a way to do it, whether it's pit strategy, maybe a fast pit crew. He's losing a little less than a second a lap to Allgaier, even though Schneider runs his best laps. Slowly, losing time to Briscoe. Briscoe can't even keep up with Allgaier. He lost another couple tenths of a second that last lap. We're staying even there initially for a lap or 2. It's just that consistent fast pace that Allgaier is putting down that nobody else is able to keep up with him. Schneider is slowly pulling away from Harrison Burton. About a second and a half ahead of him now. passed him a lap and a half ago. Going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in this race today at the start-finish line.
Excellent lap there. Good job.
Snyder's fastest lap of the race that time, 122.911. First time he's ran the 122 second barrier. And he was actually equal with Briscoe that last lap, but again, Allgaier is still pulling both of them. So if Schneider could just run his fastest lap every lap, that's the problem, is trying to just keep that equal pace. Just not able to do it. Net and Burton battling within a couple tenths of each other. The fourth on the racetrack. That's a lap around Mid-Ohio. Behind the wheel, first person angle. Now onto the hood cam. It's a pretty smooth lap too. Pulled nearly a second ahead of Burton that lap alone. Obviously Burton's got a lot of pressure behind him. Not just Michael Annette, but Jeremy Clemens just got around Annette as well, so it's really a three-car battle for fourth place as the top three are kind of separated from each other. I mean, Briscoe's still been about a second and a half of Allgaier. Briscoe again, though, that last lap and a half, a little bit faster than Schneider. Schneider kept up with him for one lap. That's about it. Briscoe's overall pace is just too quick, which makes him the second fastest car in the race. But the pace is just a tad bit quicker by a couple tenths a lap by Allgaier. He's slowly pulling away from the 98 behind him. Briscoe has gone a long time without a win, considering this is already the 12th race this season. He's winless this year, second in the points. He did win the regular season championship last year, finished second in the overall standings. Into that championship 4 race in Phoenix as well. But he only won one race last year total. It was the second race of the year at Las Vegas. Laps to go here at stage 2. Still no lap traffic in the final stage yet. Saturn, again, his pace has quickened, and there has been no adjustments to this race car yet. I think he's just getting more consistent the more laps he gets under his belt. Now that we're in stage 2. About 30 laps completed. Almost halfway home. Another 8 laps and we'll be halfway. stage 2. One caution for incident today. It was right at the end of stage 1. We had about 5 laps to go and ended the stage prematurely to not get back to green. And now we have a caution right as I said something. Our second caution now of the race. Schneider's going to pit here along with everybody else. He's not going to go off strategy. Thought about it. I really don't know if he's going to make it on fuel still to the end. If he does not pit, it looks like he'll be about a lap short on fuel, so he might as well pit. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. Not going to look to repair that damage and save time on pit road. Our second caution now of the day. At Ohio Motorsports Park. 12 people watching right now. Schneider, another fast pit stop by his crew. Wins him the race off pit road. He's in a lot better position to win stage 2 than what he was stage 1. Green flag back in the air. 7 laps to go. Oh, Allgaier stays alongside. Really pinched him down. I mean, Schneider was below the curbing and he still ended up with a little bit of contact. Allgaier's been racing him very, very hard and aggressive today. Moved him out of the way once for the lead already. Schneider moved him out of the way back. Allgaier tried to move him again there in turn 1. Quickly was able to pull down in second place behind him, and net all the way up to third now. The downshifts. I mean, Allgaier's just so much better. Oh, he's still side by side. Oh, they're leaning on one another now.
Clear all around.
You want to give an inch.
Right side.
Playoff points so precious. Michael Annette might have a chance to take his first lead of the race. He gets alongside of Allgaier now as they're side by side for second. Allgaier fends him off again. Second time that curve really made this 99 car run very wide. Briscoe's finally back up to third place. Lost a couple spots initially on the first lap of the restart, but through turn 1 gets right back around Michael Annette. Allgaier has the advantage down to the bottom, but he can't quite clear. Schneider side drafted that left her to perfection. Beats Allgaier as well, all the way through the shifts back to 4th gear under the longest straightaway of the racetrack.
Left side. You got room. You're clear.
Oh, Allgaier puts the bumper to Schneider in turn 3. Second time he's done it on that end of the track. Oh, got into it. Oh, I think he did get into him again into turn 4.
Left side.
My goodness.
You got room. You're clear there.
Whew. Another close call. Briscoe off the curbing. Schneider a little late trying to drop the gears that time, but with Briscoe and Allgaier side by side behind him, it's allowing Schneider to hold on to the lead for the moment.
Left side.
Everybody's pushing this car to the edge, looking for that extra playoff point. Schneider sets the corner up, maybe goes a little bit too wide, but with Briscoe and Allgaier still side by side, I guess he's able to get away with it a little bit better.
Time to go. This time by.
Go back to the normal camera at the end of this lap.
Left side.
Chase Briscoe trying to take his first lead of the race.
You got room. You're clear.
All over the back of the 99. He better make it quick because we know Allgaier's got the fastest car in the field. And now he swings low to the inside of Briscoe for second place. Michael Turner, welcome to the stream. No, I will be streaming tomorrow night. Not leaving until Saturday night. Be at Iowa for the Xfinity Series career mode tomorrow. Allgaier, by the way, in turns 3 and 4 was able to get back around Briscoe. And He's tried moving Schneider out of the way, I think a grand total of 3 or 4 times today. Twice already since this last restart. They're playing big dividends right now to the 99. Briscoe gets back alongside of Allgaier again. Schneider hugging that curve, hugging that line on the inside, and again Allgaier is able to fend off Briscoe. 4 laps to go in stage 2. Oh, Allgaier. Oh, there's the bump and run again in turn 2, but again, he can't complete the pass. Schneider wins the drag race. Trying to outbrake the 7 car this time into turn 3, so he didn't use the bumper. Briscoe actually got alongside the 7 of Allgaier instead. And again, they're side by side for 2nd. What a battle to the end of stage 2 with the leaders. Briscoe going to get around him in turn 4 and 5 again. Yes, he does. And now Jeremy Clements is alongside Allgaier. Finished a close 3rd place last night at Charlotte. Only career win in real life for the Xfinity Series. Comes right here at Mid-Ohio. Very good road course racer is Clements. 3 laps to go on the stage. Briscoe's now the driver in the driver's seat right behind the guy in the hot seat, Schneider, who is leading. Briscoe, meanwhile, just trying to block Justin Allgaier. Schneider's just so much better in the 98 when Schneider's got the clean air. The corner really that Briscoe's able to gain is turns 3, 4, and 5, which we're about to get up into. Same corners he has gotten around Allgaier a couple times now.
Right side.
He just really sends it in. He actually drives that corner a lot better than Allgaier too. It's really the main spot of the track he was able to keep up with him on the longer runs. He was only losing a couple tenths a lap at the most when Allgaier was out in the lead. Definitely not going to see Schneider pit at the stage break here. He's only got 2 sets of tires left the rest of this race. Everybody has pit twice in this one now. Schneider's going to give Briscoe the outside.
All right, you're clear.
This cover, no problem, and the real problem is that Allgaier easily gets up to 2nd place. 2 laps to go now in stage 2. Allgaier got a stage win in the last race, so did Schneider at Charlotte last night. Allgaier already with a stage win in stage 1, trying to get the sweep here today at Mid-Ohio, and he's in great position once again. Not perfect position. Schneider going to go a little wider than what he wanted in turn 2. Allgaier gets the run down to the bottom. Oh, Schneider goes a little wide.
Right side.
Barely keeps it on the racetrack. Luckily, he had that extra curving there to the outside. And Briscoe almost got around Allgaier as well. Allgaier just did not get back to the gas as soon as he wanted. I think with the 99 on his outside, it kind of held him up a tiny bit. And again, Allgaier looking to complete the pass, trying to shut the door on the 99 of Schneider, but Schneider's still there. Schneider again gets around him in turn 5. It's just so hard to pass the leader. I mean, it's hard to pass in general on this racetrack. Trying to pass anyone with clean air only makes it harder. Gotta really close that gap a ton. He's gonna try to swing wide, so does Briscoe. Briscoe kind of following the line of Allgaier. Maybe his idea is to maybe follow Allgaier to the inside of Schneider in a particular corner, just stay right under his back bumper. Schneider gaps him in those closing corners now. Final lap of stage 2 at the line. A little bit of a hop off that curb, but not too bad that time like we have seen earlier in the race. Ethan, welcome to the stream wreck. And I don't Unless he moves us again. Oh, man, Schneider just keeps braking a little too late in turn 2. He's done that a few times now. And again, Allgaier gets alongside, but can't complete the pass. He's going to have a great opportunity in turn 3. Him and Briscoe have been fast down there, but he's got Briscoe all over him, who's been probably the fastest of anybody in turn 3. Allgaier's used the bumpers in turn 3 multiple times. He might not have to use it this time. Schneider breaks way late. He's off the race course. And Allgaier's going to get to second.
Still there. Clear right.
Schneider barely aggressively holds on to second place on Briscoe, and Allgaier didn't even need the bumper there. He just had to put the pressure on Schneider. Schneider couldn't keep up. And he's only got about 4 more turns to try and get back to Allgaier, and I just don't think he's got the race car to do it. He's going to try, but he's not even within striking distance anymore. Last lap pass, Justin Allgaier is going to win stage 2 here at Mid-Ohio. And Keegan Schneider is going to come up a close second, getting, again, passed with about a half a lap to go. Allgaier has swept the stages tonight at Mid-Ohio. Schneider second, Briscoe third, followed by Annette Clements the top 5. Then Sieg Cindric back to 7th. Harrison Burton 8th, Noah Gregson 9th, Riley Herbst rounds out the top 10. That 7 car is so fast. Schneider's going to stay out of the pits here. He'll restart from the lead with doing this. Everybody else is going to hit pit road. Free pass will go to Tommy Joe Martins in 28th during the stage break. Schneider's going to be on much older tires, but again, he's only got 2 sets left.
Coming to the green, driver. Almost ready.
Green flag back in the air. We'll see. 32 laps to go.
Careful, still there.
Oh. There's the crossover by Justin. It's going to be on the outside, though, into turn 2. Advantage is going to go to the 99 here. Easily outbreaks him, and now Briscoe's trying to take up that void on the inside for second as well. And I think he's going to get around the 7, and he does. He clears it. Briscoe has a shot to maybe get to the lead for the first time today. Close. Particularly late in stage 2. Schneider's got these older tires right now. It's going to be huge.
You're clear there.
For the leaders. Braden Thompson, welcome to the stream. 31 and a half laps left. We are just starting the final stage here tonight at Mid-Ohio. Allgaier has won the first 2 stages of the race easily, has the fastest car on the racetrack. Schneider off the pit. Before everybody else, if this does somehow go green to the end, he's actually in a position where he probably have to pit twice, but he's got 2 sets of tires left to do it. He's hoping maybe we get a caution or 2 to split the strategy up a little bit better. And he's ideally hoping for. Definitely had a lot easier time holding on to the lead when Briscoe's the guy in second versus Allgaier, that's for sure.
Right side, clear right.
That was Allgaier. He easily would have gotten to the inside of Schneider in turn 2, but ran a little bit wider. Briscoe's going to have a great run, though, into turn 3.
Left side.
Oh, Briscoe trying to use the bumper now. That checks Chase up because Allgaier's going to get back to second place now in turn 4. Clearing Briscoe. That got him onside Briscoe as well for a short moment, but Briscoe holds him off.
Right side. You got room, you're clear there.
Briscoe knew he had to get around the 99 quick with Schneider on older tires, and Allgaier right behind him, and he couldn't do it. He got desperate, tried to use the bumper. First time we've seen Briscoe try to do that today. Again, Schneider holds on to the lead. Oh, man, Allgaier doored him. And now Allgaier gets sideways, rubbing on into the 99 again. 30 laps to go at Mid-Ohio. That contact costed Allgaier instead of helping him that time. Look at Schneider bottom out as the sparks flew after he came off of turn 1 with the curbing, and Briscoe's going to get to the lead. Schneider sends it in turn 2. He's trying to get back alongside him. I don't think he's going to have a chance. Briscoe's really good in turn 3. We already know that. Briscoe's got a very good shot to lead his first lap in the race now. Schneider's got older tires. He's likely not going to keep up with Briscoe, even though they've been pretty equal for the most part. Turn 3 is what Briscoe seems to gain the most time. Especially if you look into these corners right there where Schneider kind of closes slightly back up on Briscoe, despite being on older tires. Briscoe goes really wide into that corner. Trying to maybe help that corner exit speed. And there it is. Briscoe leads his first lap of the night. Briscoe has waited a long time for a win. 44 races since his last win in the Xfinity Series. Long time, but a season and a half. Almost exactly a season and a half. For the Xfinity Series, considering they only have 33 races in it. Schneider's right there on it. Push a little bit harder to keep that ground up in turn 3. Below 30% on that tire wear now on the left front, at least for Schneider. Driving on ice for him, it's going to allow Briscoe to pull away there in those closing corners. Allgaier stays behind the 99. Couldn't get around him that time.
Right side.
Somebody just came out of the pits just up ahead. Getting Briscoe's way here a couple laps. Bounce off the curb for the race leader. Schneider got through turn 2 perfectly. Needed to stay in front of Allgaier.
Right side. You got room. You're clear.
About 4 more laps, Schneider can go on fuel. Definitely saved his tires a lot better this one compared to what we saw earlier in the race. Look at him drifting. Huge power slide. Got to make sure not to push the car too hard. This car's going to spin out easy this late into this tire run. Allgaier checks up behind the slower 99 car now, and Michael Annette gets alongside of Allgaier. 27 to go. They're side by side for third. Annette trying to break into the top 3 for the first time. That isn't on a restart today. Briscoe gains on the lap car. Still hasn't quite gotten in the back bumper. That lap car is Austin Cindric, so he's not going to be a slow lap car by any means, especially at Mid-Ohio, track he is all too familiar with. As well, the fact that Cindric's got freshened tires. Barely on the lead lap. Must have lost a lot of ground in that restart. Might have to repair. Heavy damage! Oh, Schneider goes wide into the wall! Oh my goodness! That was a big wheel spin there as he was basically like driving on ice, and he just nosed it into the inside retaining wall in turn 3. I mean, that car just snapped loose immediately. And he tried to save it, but once he got into the grass, he was only drifting closer and closer to the wall, and he had no chance to correct it. Wow, he hit that wall hard, easily over 100 miles an hour into the braking zone. The tires locked up as he was on very old tires, and it just did not turn. Well, it did. It just turned the opposite direction. That was crazy. I mean, that happened so quick. So quick. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. That's the second DNF of the season here for this 99 bunch. They only had 2 all last year. This has come in the first 12 races. First DNF on the career mode on a road course in general. Raise your hand if you've been here since Heat 4. Been here the whole time. Road courses are very tough in NASCAR. They are, but we tend to run well against. We haven't finished worse than 12th on this entire career mode on road courses. And we had a chance to win this one here at Mid-Ohio. What a tough finish. Oh, we needed a top 5 to get that $100,000 incentive. And we were going to be pitting there within about 3 or 4 laps because of fuel. Very close to getting fresh tires back in that race car again, but that is tough. Thanks, Colby, for the kind words. Dang. Highly disappointing. Billy Kramer, welcome into the stream. TNF for a guy. Yeah, it's tough. We were going to run Michigan anyway tonight. I guess we'll get done a little bit earlier by the time we get done with that race now. We were probably looking at starting that about 9. New Xfinity Series goal. 2 top 5s in 3 races. I mean, why not? No reason why we can't. Been on a roll this season. Led some laps. And no, we didn't win the stage. Never mind. I guess that's good. We didn't get a playoff point taken away from us with DNFing, but we did get the stage points taken away from us because of DNFing, which is big. We need to take a look and see who won this race as well before we look at the points. Michael Annett goes to victory lane. His first win of the season. Jeremy Clements second. Noah Gregson third, followed by Allgaier, who had the fastest car, finished 4th. Briscoe 5th, who had probably the second fastest car. Tommy Joe Martin 6th. Ryan Sieg 7th. Ross Chastain 8th. 9th was Josh Balicki, and Riley Herbst rounds out the top 10. Cindric had those problems late. Let's see where it scored him. 21st. Yeah, he must have had a problem there that he pitted under green. And we had 3 guys out of the race before us. We ideally would have finished 32nd, but it scores us last because we DNF'd. And not only that, but again, we don't get our stage points. We finished 7th and 2nd in both stages. That's 3 points less we're going to get for the race finishing position. And then total, we're missing out on 13 stage points, so we should have 17 more points than what we're going to have in the actual season standings, which we'll take a look at now, which would have been huge because we're only 15 points ahead of Briscoe now with this DNF, versus we would have had an extra 17 there. That's would have been helpful. Now, Briscoe scored stage points too. He outscored us by, I believe, 5 in stage 1, but then we outscored him again in stage 2, and who knows, where we could have finished, but we have a little bit bigger of a points cushion. Man, what a tough break. So Annett, again, first win of the year. That's the 7th different winner this season. Timmy Hill still outside the top 20, though. And he is fading. He's back to 30th in points now. You better get it going pretty quickly here, as we only got 14 races before the playoffs. And he's a little 73 points behind 20th right now, which is Ryan C. Results anxious me. Good fires. I mean, it just stinks. I mean, we lost control pretty much once the entire race. I went off course, probably 4 times, but which is more than I usually do. I rarely go off the course once or twice in a full race on a road course, pushing it hard every lap like that, but for whatever reason, just had a hard time today. That just stinks, man. It stinks. We deserved much better than that. And it was my fault. I mean, yeah, the tires were worn out. Obviously, if the tires were fresher, I could have pushed the car that hard into the corner. But that's the problem, is the tires were worn out. I said it's like driving on ice when you get to 30% or below on tire wear on these road courses in this game. It doesn't matter what series. And I pushed into the corner way too hard. I was on the brakes, then I downshifted to second, just like I always do. As soon as I get on the brakes, downshifted to second, and the car just turned left on me into a right-hand corner. I mean, there was nowhere to go. Once I was in the grass, I had no chance to save it, and it just nosed into the outside wall. It was a hard, that was a hit that was definitely worthy of a DNF. And I just lost control because I was on worn tires, and I just pushed the car just a tad too hard at that point there. Tough break. Allgaier's not going to get his stage wins now, too. So he got 2 of them there. He should have 2 more. I can't remember who won the stages. That race we DNF'd at Homestead when Balicki turned us to. Dang. Disappointing. Well, we're going to go into Michigan in the next race. We'll see what we got brewing in the shop. Again, waiting on the next upgrade for the Aero to move that up to a 95. Our Speedway chassis will be all maxed out for this race at a 95, 90, and 90, so that's good. And we'll go short track racing at Iowa after this. We'll have that pretty close to being maxed out as well. Got that extra aero specialist. We don't really need her. Got an extra engine or a suspension person. Oh well. Go and welcome on into the stream. Oh, I have to ask you something while you're here in the chat. So last night, Gary, I was in the chat of the NASCAR Weekly podcast towards the end of my stream. I dropped in the comments section something about wanting to start like a trivia game for live streams. I'm not sure, what channel or obviously who's all in it yet. And dropped a super chat in there so they would, see it throughout the podcast. And got a couple good takes on it from Iceberg and Black Flag Matters, that they'd be all in on it. But anyway, it's going to be like a game show trivia style thing with NASCAR. So if you're in, by all means, that's awesome. I need help probably getting it all together because I don't know anybody personally in the NASCAR YouTube community, but that's kind of what I'm shooting for. I'd like to get it started within like a 3 to 5 week range, ideally. And it's going to be kind of like a tournament, style setup, I guess. We're not going to have like everybody in, in one live stream, but I'd like to, break it up into like a tournament style thing there with a couple people, each game, whatever. And I'd like to span it out between like a 10 to 12 week kind of thing where we're doing it like once a week or once every other week, whatever would, get us enough. I'd like to crown the champion at the end of the season, NASCAR season. So, I mean, hey, if you're in, that'd be huge. I'm trying to get literally as many as possible. I'm looking for 9 to 16 people, ideally. And I just started pretty much putting it public last night. So I'm in the go-arounds of trying to work and get that together. So if you're big on NASCAR history or trivia in any sort of way, by all means, you are more than welcome on into this. And it looks like a lot of the chat glad to see you here as well. But yeah, hey, thanks for tuning in here tonight. Right at the end, Michigan is coming up next on the channel. A lot of the reason we just DNF'd at Mid-Ohio, unfortunately. So we'll run race 2 very shortly. Just give me a chance to qualify, get the setup where we need it to, and we'll probably start that stream in about 5 to 10 minutes. So sorry for the DNF in Mid-Ohio, but I guess you guys are getting double action here for sure here tonight at Michigan. 125 laps, 250 miles. Hopefully we make it to the end of this next race. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.